Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking another look at No Creeps Were Harmed. Last time we did one of these dev demos, we looked at the super exciting tutorial level. But yeah, I wanted to take a look at something that's a little further into the mission chain and show off a bit more of the features that sets this apart from other tower defense games. Let's get into it! So the map we're going to be playing today is called Tilt, and yeah, you can sort of tell why. This whole map is really twisted. Got a lot of wall building sections. Alright, so as we can see here, there are these Gleep containers. They have an enormous amount of hit points, but if you can destroy them before you reach the goal, you get a huge lump of money, so that's going to be a priority for us. And the beam turret is perfectly suited to destroying these things, so the longer the beam turret can shoot at something, the more damage it does. And since these targets just sit there and don't move, the beam will just keep heating up, doing more damage as time goes on. So I'm going to try to place it here where it has a lot of overlap. I don't want to build any more turrets than I have to, so I'm going to increase the range on this so it covers all three of these, so it'll work on one and then move to the other and then the other. And I can see up here that there's some booster pads, so putting turrets on these will give you free boosted effects, so I'm going to put a couple blasters here to take advantage of that. Whatever. I'm going to put a ground pounder here. It's a little hard to tell what my maze is going to be like. I do have a plan, but we'll see how it comes together shortly. So let's just get on with it. Let's get some spawning. We got enough turrets. Bring it. So yeah, you can see the beam heating up, and its damage scale is changing. It'll make pretty short work of these, actually. Alright, so we got some creeps coming into the top, so I'm just going to leave Brian kind of there to take care of that upper track. Yeah, I think I could rush a little bit. Why not? I'm greedy. Give me money. I'm going to turn the sound volume down with the chatter, though. I don't really like talking over myself. I'm so rude. Yeah, so I'm selling off a couple of these scaffold pads, completing them basically, so that I have more build space. Eventually my master maze shall be complete, so I'm routing them down here. Come on, money. Okay, so it's getting a little... I'm gonna move Brian down here so he can cover both of these. Come on. Okay, so we're doing okay. I'm clearing off a little bit of this side here. And let's see if I can make this work. I'm gonna route them through and over. Okay, so they're coming back here, so I'm gonna plug that hole. No, go back where you came from. Yeah, you can see now that this upper track is getting routed down through this conveyor belt, and they'll actually have to work against the direction of that conveyor belt, so it'll slow them down quite a bit. Alright, it's money. Finally, that thing. Alright, so I'm going to pause the game here and do a little bit of setup now that I'm a little bit loaded. Okay, so I can't, that's blocking, that egg still needs to pop, so next wave we'll be able to put something else there. But for now I'm going to put another ground pounder here, and you can see that it's routing the lower track up and then back down around this other conveyor belt. So that lower track's getting double damage on those ground pounders. Okay, we're doing good here, so I'm gonna get a little greedy and rush into the future. Got a lot of money here. Let's build a lag turret here. So this will slow them down even more as they get off this conveyor belt. So the conveyor belt's making them slow, and this lag field will also further slow them down. So I'm basically building a very potent little kill box right here. I'm also going to put a vortex bomb right here and then rush a bunch of waves into it. So vortex bombs will do a fixed amount of damage, and that'll scale up with the current wave a little bit. After a while, when enough creeps pass through it, it'll collapse. I'm gonna push this detonate on this bomb over here. My timing could have been a little better on that, but hey. Let's build an artillery. And the ranger turrets. You can see this artillery turret swiveling on the wall trying to get a firing solution. So gravity is consistently downward in the map, but these turrets have to rotate and angle themselves to account for gravity. It actually took quite a bit of work to get this to behave properly, but it is interesting watching these turrets literally bend over backwards when you put them on the wall trying to fire across the map. It is a mind-numbing amount of mathematics. Okay, so let's get some upgrades here. Doing good. Splat. Nice. That ranger turret. Sometimes it'll kill more than one creep. Bullet savers. Yeah, these two conveyor belts are pretty deadly. So you can see how clever maze routing could really bring a lot of value to your turrets. Did I mention this game might be quite difficult? I'm gonna build one of these, so a mini U fabricator will basically spawn a small autonomous version of you. And he'll just float around the map and do stuff. Kill guys for you. It's kinda neat. That way you don't have to be so alone. So I'm gonna run these guys over this fire tile here, so it's pretty much free damage output, so why not use it? Of course, these porters just skip over it. But that's my own fault. I'm really curious to see how other players are going to tackle these map shapes. I probably don't have the best layout. Seems to be working pretty good for me at the moment, though. So might as well rush some more. Why not? Maybe I'll complete the side objectives this time. So if you can complete maps without taking any driller damage, or complete it on time, you get better rewards at the end, and you unlock more maps. I'm gonna put a couple shotgun turrets here. Might as well be nailing these guys as they're turning the corner. And putting them up on these walls like this gives them a better firing solution, so they'll shoot down some more of the pellets from the shotgun will hit the ground and explode, instead of passing over them and sailing off into the sky. So putting the turrets on walls definitely has some advantages to get up and over, so every turret in the game needs line of sight. Walls aren't just for privacy. Only one more of these glebe containers, so come on, laser beam. I guess I could upgrade it if I wanted. Okay, so we got brutes coming in, so these guys are gonna trash my turrets if they can, and they're shielded, and they drop creeps when they die, so I'm gonna set them as a priority target, so that'll encourage all my turrets to try to focus on them, because they're bad, and I want them to die. Target on you, and for you. Getting a little squishy down here. What are these bullets coming from? What are they shooting at? Oh, they're trying to shoot my little guy. That's hilarious, actually. They keep missing. That's actually useful. Decoy. Sometimes this game surprises even me. Put another vortex bomb. Nom nom nom. So you might have noticed that upgrading the same turret over and over gets pretty expensive, so sometimes there's strategy to spacing your upgrades around or building new turrets. But you can tell here that I've got this really potent kill box, which is, it's very tantalizing to upgrade these turrets as much as I can. We're definitely getting a lot of mileage out of these two ground pounders here. We've got the yellow birds coming in, so we can expect a bit of a problem here. Try to target these guys. So we're overpopulating a little bit, which will cause creeps to mutate, so when that happens, they can jump a level, so you'll notice the creeps changing color as the map progresses, but mutations could bump them up even another level. And if you're not ready for that kind of thing, you can very quickly become overwhelmed and lose the match. So rushing does give you more money, but overpopulating makes the creeps more difficult. But more difficult creeps also nets you more money, so there's all kinds of weird greed gameplay elements going on here. So in a sense, your greed is also an enemy. You just have to balance when is a good time to rush. And the further into the timeline you commit to rushing, the more bonuses you get, so it definitely kind of has like a gambling-like element. But if you can make it through, that's a lot more money. If you really want to make it far in endless mode, you're probably going to want to rush at least some of those early waves. Okay, Brian is taking a lot of fire here, and these guys are trashing my turrets. So I'm going to use... They're squeaking through here, too. So, turrets that are destroyed will be automatically restored at the beginning of the next wave, so I don't take anything from the player in any permanent kind of way. The only way you can lose resources, really, is selling turrets, in which case you'll get, like, half price. But yeah, turret destruction is just a temporary setback. You can see that it's allowed these guys to get past. So, I'm actually going to go and repair this myself. I can't wait till the end of the wave, so I've wasted energy on that. So no vortex bomb for me for a few minutes. But yeah, I'm losing turrets all over the place here. But a lot of these turrets, you can upgrade their health, so if you know you're playing a map that has creeps that can destroy them, you might want to consider upgrading some of your health. speaking of upgrading health, I'm gonna pause the game because this root core is about to die. It was just getting hammered by a brute. I'm gonna upgrade its health a little bit. I put a little bit more gas back in the tank. Keep us in the fight a little bit longer. That was a close one. Splat. Blech. I'm gonna use a nano fixer on both these root cores at once, might as well. It's got quite a range on it, so might as well. You can see that it didn't restore all of the health. Its maximum health is very high, and the nano fixer is only gonna apply 1,000 points of repair. So we got these bricks coming in, and they're kind of annoying, so every time they get hit, their armor will increase, so you generally want to hit them with hard-hitting turrets, not turrets that hit very often, so Brian's kind of hitting them a lot here, increasing their armor rating each time, so the sniper turret's probably a little bit better, but I just don't have enough of them to deal with them, so it is what it is. We'll see what we do here. Might want to upgrade the damage on some of this stuff instead of the fire rates. I'm gonna put a snap trap here and catch any guys that manage to get past my kill box, so any creep that steps on it, this thing will trigger. It's got a cooldown, but that can be upgraded so it can hold multiple charges and regenerate faster. Bam! So it's doing its job. Snap. A couple of guys are getting past it, but we can upgrade that thing. You can see I'm getting some purple creeps here. Things are getting pretty hairy, but the goal's getting there. Okay, so these boomers, when they die, they explode, and when they explode, they're going to do quite a bit of damage to my turrets here. But they seem to be holding on. It is getting wet down here. Okay, so I'm losing some turrets. Wow, yeah. I'm gonna need to nano fix them. Bring those turrets back into the fights. I'm gonna tell Brian to only shoot the strongest targets. That way I don't have to set every single brute to be a priority target. Brian will just do it. He could be my boss killer. What are we doing on this upper track here? Now, these porters down here don't like the jagged maze, but sucks to be them, I guess. We have a green brute down here, so he's tough, but still very dead. I'm gonna upgrade the freeze chance on this thing. So there's a chance that these lag turrets can just lock a guy in place temporarily. You can see that happening there. Chain lightning doing its job. Yeah, these jagged mazes, the porters really don't like that. That's one strategy to dealing with them. Last wave, come on. So very close. Just have to hold on a little while longer. You can see the tutorial at the top reminding me about the tax system, because what game isn't complete without a tax system? Because taxes are fun. Just something you have to manage. It needs to be there, though. Lots of strategy games have an upkeep mechanic. Just tax is such a bad word. It's like swearing. Okay, so I'm getting hammered up here. Let's... I'm gonna leave Brian in this spot here to just take care of any of the guys that are squeaking through my death maze here. Almost done. Got a bunch of money saved up for nothing. So you can see at the bottom, the timeline has stopped moving, so creeps have stopped spawning. We just have to clean the rest of them up, clear the field, and then we win! That is, if we don't die first. Which is still very possible, it would seem. Double kill! Epic moisture! There we have it. Goal reached. Got one of the side objectives, but yeah, there was definitely some creeps getting through. But you can always replay maps with your upgraded guy, and you'll get all kinds of cool artifacts and stuff. There's also an endless mode that we could play, but we're not going to play that today. We're just going to take our money and go. And you can see that we get different kinds of artifacts to pick. And this bottom one has a very special property. Multi-shot on the artillery turret, so I've just started implementing these, and these are kind of like rule breaker stats that can appear, and there's all kinds of neat ones and very visual things that kind of change the turrets up in some way, you know, changes the damage types and the behaviors. But yeah, we're going to show more of that next time, I think. But for now, that's it. Have a good day, everybody. See you next time.